Hey, 143 fam, we're going to take a look at your horoscopes here, your love and your general overview. For those of you interested in a giveaway this month, I'm going to be choosing two winners. You'll get to decide between a free reading or a free healing session. If you'd like to be considered, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment below your video, and I will notify winners at the very end of the month. You guys who follow me on Instagram already know I'm at Urban Soul Guru, but I'm thinking of possibly merging my Urban Instagram with a private songwriter page. You're more than welcome to follow me there too, at Tony Writes Official. All of the contact information is in the box below. But let's jump into your horoscopes now and see what's in store for us. Hey Virgo, this reading is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to take a look at your general overview first, then love. I'll have timestamps down below. Virgo, general overview, money. Virgo, general overview, money. Virgo, spirit saying there's something you've been waiting for is coming through to fruition. Something is coming through to fruition very soon. Now, it may not be as quick as you'd like. It's Mercury retrograde. It's probably not going to allow whatever this is to come full circle, but we're almost through the retrograde, okay? So at the earliest, we're looking at some sort of a breakthrough on something you've been waiting for, maybe someone you've been waiting for toward the second half of the month, okay? Toward the end of the month. But something is coming full circle at this time. Now, this slowdown of Mercury retrograde, which can be very irritating for Virgos, especially for creative Virgos, especially for entrepreneurs. Spirit's saying, you know, universe is holding up a mirror to you at this time. Universe is always doing this, right? The people who show up are mirrors for one another. But there's something about slowing down right now that is Spirit saying it's like a ticket. It's a ticket, or it's a key to something very important in terms of being able to move forward. Maybe it's that you receive this key or this ticket or this breakthrough, like this inspiration. And now something toward the end of the month can finally come full circle because you have the missing piece. That's how the energy feels to me. So Virgo, pay attention in those moments where you have to slow down a little bit. I am being told too that somebody may already be sick or get sick to slow them down, because this is a key, or this is a ticket, or this is inspiration you can't really afford to miss. So make sure you're paying attention, consciously paying attention. Make sure you're taking time to meditate, especially in those moments where you feel the most reactive, okay? Let's get a little bit more clarity here. Virgo, this energy feels amazing. This energy feels amazing. Wow. Fate, a new partner, fated opportunity, a breakthrough. It's a new idea. It's a new person. It's a new door that's going to open. It's not going to happen before Mercury goes direct. But once Mercury does go direct, step through it. Just step through that new doorway, close that door behind you, move on to a new journey. There's something here that is so game-changing for you, Virgo. But again, it's like you miss the new partner or the fate or the new opportunity. If something doesn't slow you down this month and say, hey, Virgo, you're not happy where you're at. Maybe without that slowdown or that frustration, you may not even be considering a new path, a new partner. And not just in love, I'm talking in business here for you. You may not even have the clarity to be open to something brand new until Mercury tests your limits, okay? Like really, really pushes you overboard a little bit. But once you have that clarity, it's like Spirit's like saying like, ding, ding, ding. Like, all right, Virgo, you're just about ready. That green light is just about to show up for you. But in the meantime, on Mercury still retrograde, get some cleansing. Spirit's also saying relaxation. If somebody's sick, and being told that, well, water in general, drinking more water for sure. For those of you, or for children around you or loved ones around you dealing with something like a cough or respiratory, sprinkle a little bit of like pink Himalayan sea salt, or even just a little bit of salt, just regular salt too, will work. Not too much, just a little bit in there. It's going to help the body absorb the water a little bit better, to hydrate the body a little bit better. But this comes through for sure as like energy cleansing. Somebody needs energy cleansing. Now, if you feel like your energy's good and you're not seeing too many roadblocks and you're not feeling terribly reactive, somebody around you certainly is, okay? And that comes through as a loved one or a very, very, very close business partner. So encourage them to get some energy healing done. Followed by family. This could very well be a child. I think some of you are dealing with kids who've come home from school a little bit sick. They'll be getting you sick. Water. Drink more water. But there's also the combination of water and salt. So yes, that tells me that sea salt bath would be really, really beneficial. But really soak in a sea salt bath. Obviously, the water shouldn't be too warm if it's a child, especially if there are fevers involved. But for those of you dealing with like upper respiratory stuff, especially as an adult, sitting in a really hot bath, sea salt, and have some water on hand next to the bath so you don't get too dehydrated. It's going to pull the toxins out. It's going to speed up the healing process. But I think some of you are worried about a child, or you're worried about a sick family member. They need to cleanse. Spirit is saying they need to cleanse. There's something karmic about that. Somebody need to slow all the way down. And sometimes we get sick because we're not hearing the message to take some time off. So Spirit forces it. Somebody, if it's not you, Virgo, somebody needed to slow down. It's not bad timing. It's not bad karma. It's just about hearing a message. And there is a karmic element to it, but it's teaching somebody, okay, you heard those messages to slow down for how long? You didn't listen. So now you're sick and now you have no choice but to sit here and take time out of work and to maybe take time away from family and taking care of family. Okay? If it's not you, encourage whoever that is to drink more water and to get some energy cleansing done. New partner is being clarified by ground yourself. This is coming through as an earth sign new partner. Obviously, that could just be your energy, Virgo. But it feels like another earth sign, possibly even another Virgo showing up. Spirit said there's something that came up or should have maybe come to fruition in Virgo season that may be showing back up in your life now. I mean, that's a pretty long wait if that's the case. There's somebody grounded. There's somebody that you keep grounded. I will say too, for those of you working with a family member, it's your energy that grounds somebody to bring a project through to completion, okay? Virgos, if you're dealing with an air sign, for example, you need to be the grounded partner to get air sign to finish their work and just to complete it. If they get sick, don't sweat it too much. It's like somebody here has been distracted, it feels like, and there's something fated that needs to come full circle very, very soon. Everything's going to align in divine timing, but it's your energy that's going to ground somebody around you. But I see somebody too showing up and matching that energy. For some of you, it's healing through herbs. It's doing some sort of an herbal cleanse, okay? But more than anything, I'm seeing a very grounded partner here who can make shit happen, okay? That feels like you. Yes, okay. So we have center of the reading, we have ocean. This is an energy cleanse. This is a physical cleanse, but this is a cleanse. Clarified by it's time to go. Some of you or some partners or family members are getting sick because they're missing a message that one, they need to clear energy around them, but they need to leave someone or something behind. There's a new journey here. There's something better that's supposed to show up. And you be relying on the help of somebody. And if they're not able to show up, you feel like they're holding you back. But it feels like somebody important, not somebody that you can just completely cut ties with, like a business partner. It's not about cutting ties with these kinds of people. It's about being grounded enough to encourage them to move forward. I'm seeing Virgo as either a couple in love, a Virgo business partnership, something about that union together, okay? Not separating, but that union together, needing to move. For some of you, you need to move to the ocean. For some of you, you need to move somewhere where you have more of a connection to Mother Earth. For others of you, where you're at is a toxic city or environment, but moving away from either toxic people, a toxic air, spirit saying. So that could also be an air sign. Could there be an air sign in the mix that's a little bit toxic that you need to move away from, or an air sign that's sick that needs to heal, and your business and your success, it's not that it relies on this partner, but you both need to be working at full capacity, and they're slowing you down a little bit. Exercises and patience, things are going to pick up here. I see the really healthy resolve, and I see a healthy body and a healthy person. So there is healing here. If this is you, Virgo, don't sweat it. If you get a little bit sick, you know what to do. Your sea salt baths, your cleansing herbs, a lot of sleep, but also just drink a lot of water so you can get back on the horse. And it's funny. So we have family, clarified by relationship, spirit saying you get back on the horse. You or that family member, whoever's sick or somebody who's been distracted or whatever's going on, somebody just having a hard couple of weeks and they haven't been like on their A game, they're getting back on the horse. So if this is you, you're getting back on the horse. That family member that you're concerned about, that business partner who's very close to you that you're concerned about, they're getting back on the horse. Everything's going to be okay very soon. There's something about this particular Mercury retrograde that's very challenging, even more so for Geminis and Virgos at this time. I'm just seeing it in abundance in my own life with the clients reaching out to me. Spirits even said to me, like, don't dismiss this, because when it comes to retrogrades and it comes to anything that we fear, or I see a lot of collective fear around, I try not to feed that, but spirits like, don't diminish this. That's going to do more harm than good. Like, just honor the fact that this is a tough one. Everybody's going to get through it. There are hidden blessings here. So if you feel like you're going through the ringer right now, Virgo, it's not going to last forever, okay? You're almost through it, and you are about to be rewarded for your patience, whatever it is that's coming to fruition that you've been waiting for. Whatever you've been waiting for, there's a major breakthrough here. Bottom of the deck, be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself in regards to partners who are not carrying enough weight, partners who are not putting enough work in. I see you really needing to motivate somebody right now. And they may be having a really hard time. This could be normally a self-motivated person who just can't right now. So you be their rock. You be grounding somebody who's like lost in la la land right now in their thoughts. I just keep getting air sign for you, Virgo. Help them. But be honest about it. Be brutally honest about it. But also be honest with yourself. If it's time to go, if it's time to move on, you do it, okay? For those of you who are not entrepreneurs and you work for somebody else, this time to go message and this ocean and this cleansing, it does feel like you'll be considering a new job soon, that you may be solo moving somewhere else. Especially if ocean, if water is involved, that scenery is involved with something less toxic, more cleansing, more grounded, better people around you. But wait until after the retrograde before you start looking into new businesses and new opportunities, unless this is something you've already been doing for quite a long time, but you're going to miss something if you agree to a new job during the retrograde, okay? So just wait a little bit longer. But I know this fated energy is going to apply to love, Virgo. A little bit more clarity. Virgo in love. Virgo in love. 20. Virgo in love. March 2020. Okay, it feels like something's finally stable. This feels like a much better month than the last couple of months. Again, I just keep getting this message of like stability, Virgo being the rock for somebody. Maybe Virgo has wanted to be the rock for somebody and they wouldn't let them. Someone's going to accept your help if you extend it to them at this time. But love feels particularly less, and it feels a little easier for you, especially the second half of March. So let's get a little bit more clarity here. Virgo in love. Virgo in love. I'm seeing very high level commitments here, Virgo. I'm seeing very, okay, reconciliation. I'm seeing a high level commitment. I am getting longevity here. The only thing with the reconciliation card coming up during Mercury retrograde, you already know this, the exes will appear. The exes will reappear. There may be more than one. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't consider an ex, especially if there's still love there between the two of you, and that's something you've been conscious of as well. They're not just showing up to remind you and try to convince you that, you know, you still love them and that magical thing you had 5 years ago. No, that's not it. Okay, that person's probably not someone you even need to answer. But someone that you are truly consciously still in love with, reconciliation for sure here. And that can truly be a blessing during Mercury retrograde, because partners that are supposed to be together and they're having challenges, Mercury is going to help bring you back, okay? For better or worse, the exes that don't deserve your time and some of the people that do. This can also apply to friendships. For those of you in committed relationships where there has not been any separation and there already is longevity, there is a friend. There's somebody, there's still a soulmate connection there. It feels like a soulmate wants to reconcile at this time, but be careful with this, because when people circle back during a retrograde, we can easily miss what's toxic. We can easily miss that somebody has a mask, that they're telling you what you want to hear versus being this evolved version of themselves that they're trying to sell you on, okay? So give it until the end of the month before you recommit. But for those of you who make it through Mercury retrogrades together and through the rest of March together, there's a big commitment here, okay? That also applies to those of you, again, with friendships. Take some time before you allow somebody to come all the way back into your life. But there's like a blessed reunion spirit saying, a blessed reunion with somebody who is like soul family to you. So whether that's a romantic partner or a friend that circles back, there's somebody that feels like soul family. There's a lot of depth there, but that's somebody who will exercise patience. They will allow you until the end of your interval before you make some sort of a decision, okay? Anybody rushing you to make a decision right now, I'd be hesitant, or at least exercise some healthy boundaries. But since the reading here, we have flirt. That comes through as air again. Be flirtatious. If you're single, be flirtatious. Even if you have, well, we have free yourself following all of this. I don't know why I'm getting so much air in this for you. You have air in your chart, Virgo. That could be wise. Could very much just be your energy. A reconciliation after you've gotten your freedom. See, this comes through as like an air sign who desperately needed their space or their freedom, and someone not feeling trapped anymore. That could be why a relationship works, because now it's healthier. There's a healthier foundation. There is freedom. Any issues around codependence have either been resolved or in the process of being resolved. So if you or the partner felt trapped and now they have their freedom, but there's still love there, that reconciliation feels really beautiful. But there has to be like a lighthearted energy right now, especially the first half of March. Lighthearted energy. Anything too serious, you put somebody back in that cage, they're not going to like being there with that fence around them. And that could very well be you, Virgo. You're like, I'm not stepping back into that. I'm not doing this whole, you know, I can stand up and move around, but that's as far as I can go energy. No. This also feels like creative freedom for those of you who are creative. A partner who may be very inspired by that. Spirit said a partner who may be turned on by that creativity, that brilliance. So exercise that, but keep things flirtatious, keep things fun. It feels like somebody needs to have fun. So for those of you who are in your routines, your day-to-day routines, and you have families and you've been together for a long time, Spirit is asking you to make some time, freedom from the kids, freedom from work, freedom from the responsibilities, to reconnect with your partner and have fun, flirtation, that sexy energy, but like that fun, sexy energy. I think some of you have really called it air signs, because that to me is what Virgo and an air sign, it's what you create. It's like that sexy, intellectual, creative fun, you know? Reconciliation worth waiting for, clarified by worth waiting for. I do think, Virgo, you're calling somebody back into the picture. If you've already called somebody back into the picture prior to the retrograde, just keep things fun the next couple of weeks until you get through it. Because again, you and this partner could be challenged. And someone may be like, okay, you're being very reactive and emotional, and I'm not sure I'm liking this. I'm not sure if I want this energy back in my life. Give them some time. Give them a couple more weeks. Someone's still being like a little, I'm going to say this nicely, like over the top. By the end of it, she'd be like, nope, nope, nope. And I'm going to take that freedom again. But I do think that something beautiful resolves here. It feels like a reconciliation that is worth waiting for. But also wait until, again, the end of the month before you recommit to anybody. Okay, flirt. Center the reading message about that fun, flirtatious energy. clarified by let your friends help you. If you're single, be out with your friends and be flirtatious. I see maybe Virgo flirting with the friend, even if that feels very uncomfortable. Scorpio just came through for you. I just heard Scorpio, so maybe flirting with the Scorpio friend. It may not go anywhere, but there's just energy there that feels spirit saying delicious, like this delicious, that is like so Scorpio. Okay, so that Scorpio friend catches your eye and you guys are both sort of on the same page, maybe a little superficial, and may not develop into like a full-blown committed relationship. It may give it some time. There's a solid friendship there. It feels flirtatious. It feels like something that you might need or something that you might get a lot out of. Just that fun partner. But like, again, it's like this combination of flirt and have fun, but also like have that like sexy sensual energy there to make time for that. I'm also seeing some of you need time away from partners to be with friends, okay? Especially faded friends that come back into the picture. It's okay. Take your freedom. It's okay to spend a night away from the person you love. Everything's good here. You don't need to be together 24/7. This could be your partner saying this to you, Virgo, like, I love you, but I do need other relationships, you know? So make sure things stay healthy, especially if this is a reconciliation. It's important to be very conscious of the healthy foundation, the healthier habits now. Yeah, somebody's giving a relationship a chance. And this, I got this for Gemini too. So it could be all that air coming in for yourself is being clarified by give your relationship a chance. It's simple, right? Those of you who are still in love are probably going to give a relationship a chance after some sort of separation, and it feels worthwhile. Just make sure that you or the partner or both of you have that freedom that you need to be mentally sane in a relationship, because it really feels like somebody felt trapped and they can't be in that kind of relationship anymore. They won't stay, and that could very well be you saying that to a partner, Virgo. But it does feel very blessed. Just give it a couple more weeks before you like officially verbally agree to any sort of reconciliation. Keep an open mind. For those of you who are single, you may be deciding between two different options: a reconciliation and then somebody new who comes through as either a friend, or while you're out with friends, while you're being flirtatious. Keep an open mind. It does feel like the person with the strongest soul connection and the most depth is going to win you over. That very well could be somebody from the past, because it just feels like whoever you wind up with at this time, they have to feel familiar to you, but that very well could just be soulmate energy, right? Keep an open mind. Soulmate not be what exactly to a T what you prayed for, what you asked for, but there's something better. Keep an open mind if you're dealing with the soulmate having a really hard time during Mercury retrograde. Not everything is going to feel so unstable by the time you get to the end of March, so don't be too judgmental. Also, if you feel like you're cross-watching for Virgo and you're seeing that in Virgo, like, exercise that patience and compassion. They're not stuck in that space. Someone's healing and working on something. By the time you get to the end of March, whoever's feeling a little unstable, realistically, probably your air sign partner or someone who has those kinds of qualities, going to feel a little bit more stable by the end of the month. Okay, so don't rush into getting your freedom back if someone's having a hard time. Bottom of the deck, okay, this could be the one. There's soulmate familiar energy here, and it is very blessed. For those of you who are not dealing with separations, just keep in mind that you still need freedom from one another to invest into friends, to invest into career opportunities, into personal growth, okay? Because I am feeling some trapped energy. If you got out of a relationship because of that, I see some of you possibly falling into some old patterns that are not healthy. And I see either you or your partner picking up on that right away. So I don't see any damage being done, but it's sort of this clarity like, all right, I'm not willing to fall into the old patterns anymore. So what can we do so that we can both have our freedom, be healthy in this relationship, and still be together and love each other and feel secure? You'll be having those kinds of conversations, and that will be a blessing during Mercury retrograde, because there's some sort of clarity you're getting that allows for some healing and love too, or a healthier foundation. Again, those of you who've been together for a long time, it may not be that anything is terribly wrong. You're still allowed to evolve. That's what you should be doing, okay? I just keep getting this feeling like someone needs to be out with a friend. So if this isn't an ex coming through, this feels like a faded friend that circles back. And that could apply not just to you, Virgo, that could apply to your partner too. Some faded friends or a circle of friends. These are people you need to be spending time with too, okay? It's going to help your relationship while you're giving your relationship a chance, while you're working on things. it's going to show you how you can be together without being codependent, without it being like 24/7, someone feeling smothered. Like, hey, we can have a life and still be super connected and in love, and everything's healthy here while we still allow other people to be in our lives. That just comes through too strong, Virgo. That's why I keep going back to it. So hear that message. It's either you or the partner needs that. Maybe both of you. There's a friend. If somebody shows up who's a friend, don't be concerned about it. They feel like a blessing. Okay? Virgo, if you feel like you need more clarity, reach out to me. I'm available for private readings. I'm available for energy healing work. You know, I specialize in energy healing work. I will be back mid-month for your mid-month love reading. But in the meantime, I'm sending you some love, like gratitude. I'll see you back here soon.